And we're live. I should have everything ready. I forgot to take this away. I forgot to put this away. Or rather, put this in the sink. This is from the morning. I will be right back. Hello, hopeful soul. Can you hear me? Right? Yes, mic is on. Yes. Let me move this out of the way. I'm not sure if that. Well, because my mic is there. I need to figure out a better. I want to see. It's not. It's not really that new. It's just I just switched it out. I just switched out the old one. Well, I just flipped it. The one that's on the white one under here. That actually, that's kind of like very bright. I feel like that's very bright. Right? Does that look too bright? I'm like, it does. It does grow really fast. You know what? This mat's the one to keep. I'm sorry. I think I'm gonna do this. Or would you guys prefer this one? Would you guys prefer? Well, if I'm gonna do it like that, I'm gonna. Oh, that's off of that. What is that? I'm gonna do it like this. You know? Yeah, I like how my hair grows. Don't ask me how I get it to grow so fast, but I do. And then let me go like this. See, what does that? I mean, that doesn't look. I love it. Is it from the previous artist? Yeah, it's literally the black one is literally just the underside of this. So I just flipped it over. Because I was like, let's just, because I don't really use the what's it called? The spaces on it, the words, the keywords on it. I don't really use it like that. But I do like the black over it, but it's just, I just wanted to freshen it up, switch it up a bit. I like that black one. Which black one? I'm like, what are you talking about? Which one, Frank? Explain to me. The original, the first? Or the black and gold one that I used to have? Oh, Alexandria Huntington? Yeah, I'm waiting for her to drop her other decks. I have Litha and the Nameless one, but I don't use it much. I don't use the Nameless one. Oh, the one with the two. Yeah, it's not black. It's like a dark blue. Because yeah, I'm like, maybe because of how the lighting is, but if you can see, it's a dark blue. Why is this? What are we doing here? What's going on here? How are you like this? There we go. Okay. Why are you like this? Light. The light. The light. It's really getting to me. Sorry. Just Yeah, it does look black, and I'm like, there's a lot of, usually spread cloths like to come in black, but I really like this one. I got rid of the deck that came with this blue one, but I kept the cloth because I really like this cloth. I just don't reach for it. It's really big. I haven't really gotten used to, like, I don't know. It's the same reason why a lot of other it's the same reason why I don't use a lot of other decks. Just yeah. How was the house sitting? Did you have fun? I did have fun. It was fun. Oh yeah, the deck is the Lubanco Tarot. It's actually coming to mass market this year, if not next year. But yeah, Lubanco Tarot. It was on Kickstarter. I backed it on Kickstarter, which is why I was able to get this. It came with like stickers and stuff, and I was like, yeah. Was I ever able to find a place where to put the sticker? Do I still have that sticker? I think I do. Because I just like it's a pretty graphic sticker. Ah, no, don't fall. My little tin of stickers here. Yeah, this is the artist too. You can see her tag there. At Emily Lubanco. That's how you spell it. That's her art style. I don't know what card that is. That might be from the Devil or the Lovers. I can't remember. So yeah. My number changed. Your number changed? What do you mean your number changed? Next time, wasn't it always 72? I thought it was Hopeful Soul. Or was it 73? I thought it was always 72. No, don't gaslight me like this. Yeah, the art, Frank, looked really cool, but I when I got it, it was a deck that I just... It was 1, now it's 3. Wait, what do you mean? Oh, the crowns. I have no idea what that is. It's something on YouTube. I'm looking at the chat through StreamYard. I saw the crown was different. I don't know. I think it depends. I think it's the rank of viewers in my channel. Like, I think the more regular you watch my channel, the higher your number is. I don't know. I don't really care. I don't really care. I'm like, well, I guess it helps me realize and notice, oh, these are viewers that consistently watch my content. So I'm like, if you're in the top 3, you're in the top 3. There we go. Oh, how often you comment. Okay, yeah. Hopeful Soul's a pretty active chatter in the chats. But I don't know if YouTube takes into account actual comments on other videos, or what. I know that's right. I don't comment too much elsewhere. I'm like, yeah, that's right. This channel only. Hold on, I need to get. I want to use decks that I don't use much, but I have the urge. I just have to. I have the urge to use her. Well, you can never be sure with what deck I'm going to use, but for sure I want to try and use this one. a few times because it's been a minute. I feel like I haven't used her in a while. It's going okay. My summer could be better. I'm like, summer has been too hot. I don't do well in the heat. No, I don't like it here. I don't like it. I don't like the heat. Even though I grew up pretty much most of my life where I'm at now, it's just too. It's just too bad. It's too hot. It's too hot. So we need to do something. We need to get a universal air conditioner to have outside all the time. I think that's what we need. Good evening, Brandon. Brandon. You're annoyed with Baba Studio. What's going on? What's the tea? What's going on? What's happening? I love to hate on publishers. What's happening? I'm just kidding. Baba Studio. Let's see. First, let's wait and see what's going on. Yeah, me too. There was the one channel I really liked to watch. The one channel I really like to watch, but he hasn't been able to live stream for the past. Oh my gosh, since last year, I think. Maybe this year. No, I can't remember how long it's been. But Tarot Oracle, I really loved his channel. I hope. I don't know how he's doing. I should email him and check in on him. But it's yeah. I'm weird with communication, by the way. Oh, you're mad about that? Baba Studios always prints low numbers, always sold out. Well, they are a small little publishing studio, and it's in high demand too. Listen, you're either on it with the emails, and you're either following those pre-orders or not. That's honestly, it's a pre-order thing. I don't think it's manipulating. I think you're what's the term? I can't remember the term right now, but it's gonna be okay. Let's just say that it's going to be okay. You gotta just the only thing I can say is you don't buy when they're in stock. You save up and keep an eye on that Facebook, and you keep an eye on those emails that they send out if you want a Baba Studio deck. If you want a Baba Studio deck, you gotta, yeah. I seem to always get there too late. What, are you in a different time zone? Because I'm in California, and I was always able to get any pre-orders that I wanted. But mind you, I had to be on top of it. Like, wake up morning of, know on the day, be like, okay, when I wake up, it's going to be, the pre-orders are going to be started, and let's go, you know. New York, you should be okay. No, New York is weird, right? No, it's not. It is not too, because they're in Ireland, so who knows? But that's been a common complaint. That has been a common complaint of Baba Studios since the 3rd edition Bohemian Gothic. And even then, like, the only one deck that took forever to sell out was the Terror of Prague. And only then did it sell out until, like, it got really, really, really popular. But anyways, yeah. But so far, I don't know if the Bohemian Cats is out yet or the pre-orders are available yet. But yeah, I do too. And I've seen what was it? I've whittled down my collection of them. I'm getting rid of. By the way, I'm selling my. I think my large Bohemian Gothic is still for sale, and my Tarot of Prague is still for sale on my eBay. If you would like to support me and my channel, and because I do still need tires, I am selling my 3rd edition Tarot of Prague and my Bohemian Gothic. I'm also selling a few decks for my friend who lives in Mexico. And she's like, could you sell and ship them for me in the US, because shipping out of Mexico for her was really, really difficult. So I'm like, okay. Let's see. I also like seeing the different decks people have, because there have been decks that I've seen that I've actually bought because I saw readings using a certain deck and I just looked at cards. Yeah, I found that I get more interested in a deck when I see it in use versus when I see it on a flip through. Usually I'm like, I gotta see it like in a spread. Like I'll see it on Instagram or something and I'll be like, what deck is that? And then I go see it and I look it up. I see the name and I'm like, oh, it's that one. And I'm either like more intrigued and I add it to my shopping cart, or I'm like just like I'm like, oh, disappointed because it's like, oh, it's that one. It's just that one. It's just those few cards I like. But the deck as a whole I don't like, you know. Have you heard anything about Bonestone Earthflesh mass market? Let's see. I've heard that it's just coming out. I've sold my copy of the indie version. I don't know what change. Apparently they're changing like 5 of the cards. I don't know what the quality is going to be. I can't remember who's publishing it. But yeah, it's coming out, I think, end of the year, if not next year. I can't remember. But I saw it and I was like, oh, I thought she was never gonna go mass market. I thought it was always gonna be an independent deck. Guess not, you know. She changed her mind real quick. Hello, Joshiba. Yeah, sure. I don't know how many people are in the chat that want readings. I'm just yapping about decks. But yeah, I got rid of it because I wasn't reading with it. There were a few cards in there that, again, just kind of like mess with the whole vibe of it, which I'm hoping maybe the mass market version changed cards that are better. Like there was some cards that I just felt like stuck out like a sore thumb. There's some cards that I think didn't really, I don't know, it kind of detracted from the plot. Okay, Brandon is still here for a reading. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I get distracted. I like to yap about decks and the publishing world of tarot and what new decks are coming out. There's a whole thing to have on there. So anyways, so Josh, I'm just going to call you Josh, and Brandon would like readings. And then who else? I saw Bargavi. You're acknowledged, but you spammed the chat a bit much. So I don't know if you're still here, if you still want to read, but I'm like, yeah. I haven't been pulling my own cards. I'm too agitated. I've been agitated recently myself too. So yeah. Oh, you want a reading too? Okay. I've been also going through my spreads, kind of starting to pick at them and see which ones I want to work with a little more. I think spreads are kind of what I'm kind of stepping more into. But so far, I'm still going to use like, for these, at least for on here, I'm going to be using my just basic. Let's not. I'm trying to roll myself to the desk, please. I'm not trying to move the whole desk. There we go. Okay. Let's see. I want one to. Oh, you want a reading too? Right. Okay. Where was I? Right. Okay. So far doesn't seem like too many people. I'm gonna pick, since this is my channel and I am the ruler of this domain that we are in, well, provided and blessed by the upper gods that are StreamYard and YouTube, we have, I'm going to pick at random. I think I'm going to do Brandon first. We're going to do, because first of all, beach icon, Brandon, that's fun fact. That was the name my mom originally wanted to call me, but the plans changed when I was born. So yeah. Let's see. Hello, Magic by Moonlight. I want to think of like Magic by the Moonlight, something like that. I think after we'll see how I do after. So yeah. It's all the retrogrades. I'm just kidding. I think Mars is in. I think in traditional astrology, I believe Mars is supposed to be in Cancer. And I think in Real Sky, I believe Mars is in Leo. Mars is doing something. Mars is up to no good. Mars is up to no good business because I've. Yeah, I don't like it either. A lot with there's been a lot of like social and political things that have been getting me irritated, and then things within my personal life as well, and just it's just been bad. I don't like it, and I don't like how short I become with people. But Pluto is so slow and so like social, like Pluto don't really do anything that direct to that immediately. So yeah. So anyways, Brandon, I heard there are meteor showers. I'm not sure what if there's any mention of meteor showers in an astrological divinatory sense. I'm pretty sure they have. I've thought of this too. It's come up to. I'm like, wait, there's meteor shower. I'm like, what did the ancients? What did the people back in the day, the Babylonians and the Greeks and the Egyptians, when there was a meteor shower? What did they think was going on? What do they? How do they read that? What do they? And how would that read in there? Well, yeah, Pluto causes change and purging, but it's such a big, slow-moving planet. Not big, but it's such a slow-moving planet. It's not a planet that really does any immediate effects. I think it's undertones here. But anyways, back to you, Brandon. What's your question? Did you just want a general reading? Yeah, there we go. There it is. I found it. You mean like Mercury? Well, Mercury is communication and what is it? What else? Mostly technology, communication, and travel. And it is a faster moving planet, so it has more of a day-to-day effect. Yeah, that's pretty much what I mean. But the moon, I think, is much more influential, I think, with that as well as again, Venus and Mars. Those are the more faster moving planets, and so they kind of they usually reflect more daily, weekly, monthly changes, which more coincides with the immediate current vibe, from what I've gathered on my independent studies of astrology. A general reading for what's ahead for Brandon. Let's hope the glare isn't too bad. Hopefully I have my lighting set up proper here. Huh. Interesting cards. And the Emperor at the bottom. What's going on here? What's going on with your life, Brandon? I see a bit of turmoil. Emotionally, at least. They're the Hero of Swords reversed. It seems like a questioning of one's accomplishments, I think. No, not one's accomplishments. That's not right. It's more so things you're leaving behind, I think is what it is. And then we have the Ten of Cups reversed, something focusing on the family. Family has to be, I don't know, what's going on with your family, Brandon? Because, yeah, that's usually, yeah. Moving on, the Devotee of Cups. I love this card. I love it. I love the aesthetics, the look of it. And it's a very, like, it's about, I believe it's the devotion to one's feelings. Have you been neglecting your feelings and your emotions towards your loved ones and your family? And again, this doesn't necessarily mean your blood family. This could also mean like found family and stuff like that. The bottom of the deck, we have the Emperor. I don't really like the Emperor here. I don't like it here. It's usually about like one's domain or feeling out of control or a loss of control of one's domain. Leaving behind a lot of turmoil right now. Everything is quiet and calm. Okay, I like that. Which is probably what this kind of indicates. And I like how, again, that quiet and calm, like you said, is also shown here with the woman sleeping here. The soldier is leaving behind a bouquet of flowers for her, and he's leaving her to rest. Is there also... I'm just like connecting things. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. The only turmoil, again, it's kind of seems to be internal, I think. But yeah, but the Emperor at the bottom of the deck, it's what's affecting your domain that you're not noticing? What are things that is needing attention in your little personal empire that you've built for yourself, whether that's your work or like your family, perhaps, your living space, your job, whatever it may be. That's there. It's a call to attention of like, where is your influence? Where is it lacking? And what needs adjusting? But yeah, that Devotee of Cups. I like her. But anyways, let's see. Do I stay away from your cards too when you're annoyed? I mean, yes. But recently, I think, yeah, in the heat of the moment, in the anger and rage, it's not a good. Whenever you're in an emotional high, I think you have to stay away from your cards. That's where there's bias and you can't read clearly. You have to have a very resolved mind going into getting a reading. Oh, waiting to pick up and move across country, not feeling this place anymore, where I am currently. Alexa, play California by Chapel Roan. So I yeah, that matches up with that. I really do need to get a good grip on the on the court cards. To this day, how long has it been? It's been well over almost 10 years, and court cards still stump me, especially this deck. But let me find it for you, because I'm pretty sure she's going to say something quite insightful here. I know, reading from the guidebook, but calm down. Let's see. Yeah, in this piece, she is surrounded by symbols of great power, right? The lion-headed fountain. That's what I'm saying. There's like a strength to this card. I was like, I don't know. Right. The lion-headed fount and mountain temple suggest a sanctuary of Cybele, a primal mother goddess. The innocent youth approaches these depths with guidance and care. Yeah, quietude, reflection, meditation, tranquility, deep-rooted stillness, intuition, serenity. There's a power there. There's a power to that, though. You know? It's not very active, so I think, yeah. There's there's something with like home and the sense of home with this card, but to what extent I'm not quite sure. But it lines up so far. Hopefully with this move, this can really be influenced for the better or altered for the better. It'll be like out from the bottom of the deck, and you can finally have more, what's the term? Say, control power within your own home, you know, that is like, this is my area, this is my space, this is my territory, you know, something like that, something along those lines. It doesn't look bad so far. Just remain calm. The serenity and tranquility, you know, you have to. And to go back to Hopeful Soul's question, I'm like, when you're annoyed, you have to, when you're reading, you gotta have the Devotee of Cups energy. You have to have that aura. Right. Let's see. Okay. Do I have where did I put my water? There's my water. I remember one time someone in a chat, when I drank out of a cup. It was like just a huge cup and it was a straw. Somehow someone thought I was smoking out of a vape. I don't know. Don't ask me how. Yeah, I get a little like embarrassed. I'm like, you know, I'm like, I had to use the guidebook, but I generally call it out. I'm like, I know it's not professional looking, but I found that some decks, I found that I get like the most insight when I read the book with them. Like, well, I say some, but I only mean one at this moment, and that's the Devas of Creation. That one, for some reason, just when I read the guidebook, I'm like, she really, I don't know what she did in that book. It just works for some reason compared to just, I can't read the cards on its own. I think it's like honestly, I think it's maybe a form of bibliomancy, perhaps. But then that way you'd have to. But I usually, for this deck, even though it's my favorite deck and I love it the most, it's the court cards that the pages in particular, the pages, or in this deck, the devotees, tend to always trip me up for some reason. I kind of got the right meaning, but yeah. I've seen other readers vaping, so no, just I was more so commenting on like, how do you mistaken a big ass cup? Well, this wasn't the exact one, but still, it was a pretty big cup. How would you mistaken that for a vape, you know? But that being said, I try not to read under the influence. So like, you know, I don't drink and go live, or I recently, the past few years, I've been, what do they call gardening, late night gardening, right? If that makes sense. And partaking, you know, I really enjoy April 20th, you know, that type deal. But even then, I don't, I take this as like work almost. I have to be clear of head, and how I get under the influence of those substances. I just don't like to read like that. It really doesn't. Because yeah. And I'm sure some people actually can get some heightened messages, or maybe can better connect under the influence. But I think that then becomes like, you got to learn to do it off of the substances. Let's see. But yeah, I mean, I if I'm paying good money for a reading, let's keep it into context. Let's keep the context focused on me, please. Thank you. If I'm being paid for a reading, I will make sure that nothing like that really doesn't really happen. Or I try to make sure that people at least get their money's worth. But it's like, sometimes you got to read the guide, because sometimes they're like, wait, what is this thing right here? I know the card means this, and it's saying this, but is there anything else that's coming through that I may have overlooked? If it completely changes the meaning of the card, then I'm like a little embarrassed. I'm like, wait, I read it like this, but the card actually means something else in the book. Yeah, I'd be a little embarrassed and be like, wait. Hello, Igor. And also, I don't think I answered this question. And if I was, if I was like angry or agitated or irritated, right? Or in a heightened emotional state. Is that what you were talking about when doing readings? If I was anxious or angry or frustrated or excited. Usually when I do quick readings like that, I'll usually just pull a card. I'll do the rare event of a 1-card reading, and usually the card that pops up during those moments, those rapid fire readings, and I'm like, just real quick, is usually the Temperance card. And I'm usually like, okay. Loud and clear, It's either Temperance or the Knight of Swords, I think. Oh, yawning. I don't know how long I'll be live, but I'm live. I'm here. I'm live. I need to get more guests on my live stream, though. So, yeah. But wait, Hopeful Soul, you've seen other readers vaping. Who? I would like to see who. Wait, no, I know. There's one. He hasn't been online for a minute, but he was. But yeah, I seen him post sometimes. I think on. I don't know where he's. No, I don't think he's posting that much. Shane. I've seen him post a few times. I can't remember the name of his channel. It's been so long. Oh, I keep knocking things. I'm just so lanky. I'm too long. I would share your videos, but I don't trust people. Like, please do. I'm like, no, don't. If honestly, I think it's the same thing with the content that I watch. I think I get the same vibe of like, I love this channel, and it's not that I don't want to share it so that other people don't enjoy it. It's more so I don't want to share it because I'm a little embarrassed that people will know that I watch or consume this type of content or something like that. Yeah. I forget people judge tarot. It's become a little bit more popular, but I forget that people judge that it's like, I don't know. But on the other hand, but mind you, I'm not in the mindset for this, and I don't have the patience for debates right now. Like I said, I'm very, like, especially right now, easily agitated, easily irritated. So debating things on that, it's like, yeah. But I remember back in the day, I used to be pretty excited to get people who would come into the chat and want to like preach about the dangers and the evils of tarot and how it's from the devil or whatever. And I'd be like, well, let's talk about the truth here. Let's talk about the history, please. Okay, we don't have to be afraid of this thing, because it's really not. I don't, because since the beginning of time, divination was a common practice. It was I think it's a little more nuanced than how we have it today, but I think it is. There's more to that statement there, because it is true, but it's different, especially now with knowing science and stuff like that. But yeah, you know what? That is true. Spirituality is downplayed and mocked, and I don't like it. I'm kind of struggling with this, trying not to downplay spirituality and my tarot practice. And I try and downplay it as a defense mechanism so that I can be like, yeah, I get it. I know it's fringe, it's weird, not a lot of people believe in it and support it or whatever, and this, that, whatever. But I just don't what's the words I'm trying to say? Words. I lost my train of thought now. I was cooking and I lost my train of thought when I took my glasses off. Hold on, my brain will come back. Right. As like, yeah, I agree. It's not as, what should I say? Scientifically validated, I guess, in these days. Particularly like astrology and psychic mediums and stuff like that. And I psychic mediums, I'm like, you will never catch me. You will never catch me pushing or promoting spiritualism like that. What I do like is prayer and ritual in a way. And I think more so we kind of lean to tarot and all these and divination practices and spiritual practices in the same, almost like a vein close to psychology almost, and therapy, but it's not exactly the same. Yeah, and that was purely this right there. There are people who think you should not try to reach out to God / the universe outside of church. It's not fair. And I'm like, I remember growing up, prayer was that. It was reaching out to God even outside of the church. Or are you trying to say like God, the universe, in more so like outside of the Christian church? Do you mean, or do you mean like in the building, or what do you mean? Or outside of the practices of the church or the teachings of the church? Because again, some people are not Christians but do believe in a monotheistic God in a way. It's a different. We're going into religion here, but but yeah, I'm like, I remember growing up, prayer was always taught to be like, this is you talking to God and reaching out to God and connecting to God, even when you're not in church, because you should be able to reach out to him in any time of need, you know. So I don't know what that's how I was raised, at least. That's the teachings that the church would tell me. So yeah. Oh yeah, but it's not the only. Yeah, and at the end of the day, organized prayer and practices are no different from what, really, at the end of the day, like the effects and the uses and the practical approaches of them, and the purposes of them, the ends to what they meet, are not that different from the different spiritual practices of different religions and spiritualities. Anyways, I'm here to do readings. By the way, who else wants a reading? Hopeful Soul, you got me distracted. Let's see, what are we gonna use? Let's try this one. Let's see if I'll even. No. I'm slightly joking. I'm joking. Slightly joking. I don't know. I enjoy the distraction. It kept me yapping, but also I'm like, wait, I know people are here for readings, and I don't know if they're getting scared away from the from the chats. Huh, don't fall. I know, Hopeful Soul. I'm like that. I should be reining in myself better. I'm like, one day. Frank is here to watch. Yeah, speaking of Hopeful Soul, let's get to your reading. What's your question? Yeah, Frank, I've been trying to find a new tarot reader to watch and enjoy readings from. Tarot Oracle was one, but he has medical issues that that are keeping him from being able to do YouTube anymore. And then She Bear converted to Christianity. And then who else? Someone else goes live and does reading that I really am attracted to watch and watch their content. because sometimes it's a good little, for me it's like it's an outlet that inspires me to want to do live streams and readings as well. The ones that I've been watching, sometimes I'm like, I just don't like the channel. I don't like their live streams. I'm like, I'm like, you know. So Hopeful Soul 72, what's your question? Let's try out this deck. It should be, this is the Woven Path. We're gonna see. Okay, so you made a small act to make positive change, and I want a prognosis. Three of Wands and a Oh, okay. Well, let's see what pulls up. First card, we have the Page of Coins reversed. Yeah, we're gonna keep it 3 cards. Let's see, and then we have the card of Cancer. Oh, 12. So that's here. 12. We're gonna do it like this. And oh, girl, the Three of Wands. Which honestly, I think the artist that drew this card kind of wanted to draw the world. Seeing the design of the card. And then bottom of the deck, the King of Cups reversed. So it seems that it's going to be a bit of an emotional connection to it. There's with the King of Cups reversed and at the bottom of the deck. Feeling very, something's going on here. Yeah, the Three of Wands. There she is. You're gonna just have to wait. You're gonna get your answers. Essentially, it's telling you, yeah, you're gonna get your answers. And the Page of Coins, though, is definitely that, like, observing your work and observing your actions, like you said. Little field of flowers is something to see, like which flowers will seed, you know. That is not me. I know who that is. And then you have the card of Cancer reversed. And I was just reading up on the decans of Cancer. I think because I was way behind on my decan walk. And so I was writing up on notes on it and all that. And I'm like, I'm trying to see what else is going on in this card. Yeah, just a lot of grabs. She looks very regal, though. Yeah. But anyways, point is, it's about what is it? The main feature of Cancer was a lot of like nurturing and nourishing and getting what one needs out of the work that one does, essentially. That's a lot of the theme of the decans there, nurturing and how you nurture and what nurtures and sustains you and how you sustain others. Yeah, I was like, when you said Three of Wands, I'm like, watch, this card is going to show up. And I thought it was going to be the first one, but then I saw it was the third. I was like, yeah. The deck is the Woven Path Tarot. It looks like this. I got it off of Kickstarter. If my camera will focus. No, she doesn't want to focus. Nope, wrong camera. No? Okay, not okay. There is a pest in my life that's a water sign. Are they a Cancer? Not a Cancer. You would have said a Cancer. Yeah, to what? Let's see what else. Ruled by the moon, exalted. Jupiter's exalted. I'm trying to remember what else I can say about Cancer. Not in my life, just an annoying. Yeah, I'd say. And I wonder what if Cancer. I wonder. No, I'm pretty sure Cancer being the watery sign card here with the King of Cups. I wonder what that has to do with anything. I really love this King of Cups too, but it is mind you, it is a multiple artist. Like it's a deck made by different artists. I think by over 100 artists. It has the 13. It has 13 zodiac cards. It includes Ophiuchus. I want to call him Ophiuchus, but it's Ophiuchus, I believe. I'm like, if Lady Knight were here, she'd be correcting me. But yeah, so yeah, there you go. I'm like, to answer your question though, it seems pretty like, it seems to be pretty much like you gotta wait and see. You're gonna see, like, you should know what to expect. So it definitely taps into that cause and effect, or the effects of your cause is what you gotta look out for. So yeah. Hello, Divya? Divya? I think it's Divya. It's a Scorpio. King of Cups is in reverse. Going to get bad news regarding money. The Chariot in reverse means loss of control. What do you mean Chariot reverse? If you're talking about this spread, this is Cancer. This isn't the Chariot. This is the Cancer card. So to me, it was more so typical Cancer mothering, intuitive sustenance, nurturing type vibe, lunar rulership there. And so with the Page of Pentacles, it's probably the Child here. I don't know. Yeah, you got to look at your actions as why. There we go. Now we're focusing. Hello. Yeah, the Chariot is a different card. I don't know what the Chariot looks like in this deck. I forgot. But I know it's a super busy card. I'm pretty sure. Or I don't think it looks the way I would think it looks. Because that's usually how these multi-artist decks go. Cancer's family, correct. Yeah, more specifically the mother. I'm like, I need to find what this Chariot looks like. We're not leaving until I find this Chariot. Watch it be the last card. No. Oh, there it is. Yeah, the deck has the Zodiac. I'm not really impressed with the Chariot. I will be honest. I'm not quite jazzed about it. But it does have those spot gloss going on there. But very simple, it's a chariot. But yeah, I'm like, it's not really being forthcoming, you know, with your prognosis. But I guess the Three of Wands upright kind of is indicating that it's gonna be okay. So it seems that, yeah, it's, you know, the cards seems cards seem to be saying, like, yeah, it's gonna be okay for the most part. I'm basing it off of the Three of Wands upright, you know. No, it isn't. What isn't? Who's behind the King of Cups? No one. That's not important. That card isn't part of the spread. Doesn't matter who's behind the King of Cups. I'm moving it out of the way. I'm shuffling it again. Now we won't know for sure. I do that sometimes. I will do a reading sometimes for myself. I'll be like, what's back there? And then no. But yeah, I'm just yeah. And not the most clear answered reading that I've done so far, but let me know how it goes, and I'll take note of it. I guess I'm not supposed to know. No. I'm like, it's the Three of Wands kind of telling you, like, you'll see, which I don't like. I don't like that. Yeah, we tried, hopeful soul. We tried. Let me know how it turns out and take note. Let's take note of the cards and let me know what's going on, what happened. Hello, YK little Corey eye. Let's see. I want to read this out. I read this. Like, ambiguous, but that's okay. I'm not a big fan of the ambiguous tarot readings because it's like, you came here for answers. I would like an answer. Thank you. Let's see. Okay, so Frank says, for me, it's more like watching a teacher teach some teachers know how to teach, and others have teaching styles that just don't vibe with me. Oh yeah, with like watching live streams. I'm there. I guess so. Well, first of all, Corey. Who all here is looking for a reading? That's the real question. I know Corey. I believe. I don't know who else wants. I guess we'll take Corey. Or is there someone else that I was gonna get to? Maybe. I don't know. But I mean, we can do a classic relationship. Will me and Elle get back together? Will me and Elle get back together, or get back right, or what? What are we saying here? Oh, on good terms. Who are you and Corey? You know what? I like that. Okay. I like that hopeful soul. You know what? Sometimes you're just not supposed to know. I'm like, listen. I think you'll see. It's kind of when I get answers like that, it's sort of like, you'll see, you'll know. I'm like, that's why I'm asking you. I want to know now, though. But anyways, back to you, Corey. Who's L to you, Corey? What are you guys? Are you guys friends? Are you guys family members? Are you guys exes? What are we dealing with here? What do we got? What are we working with? And also, you know what I need to do? I was like, there's dead air. I'm like, hold on a minute here. Let me see here. Let's do. Yeah, we're gonna keep it at that. Yeah, I'm still talking now. It's all right, Hopeful Soul. Let's see. Something told you not to look behind the king effect. I appreciate that. It's more so a thing of intention of like, I'm intentionally putting these cards down for this answer. So we're gonna see right now. Which, take notes, Frank. So Corey says, someone I was in a talking stage with, spending a lot of time with. Okay, so like a fingers crossed almost relationship. A hopeful relationship that didn't pan out? What happened? Why are you guys not in good terms anymore? Hello, Crystal Carol. He got hurt at me for something. I'm like, I know English ain't your first language, but that phrasing is very interesting. He got hurt at me for something. Or from you? Okay, so essentially he got hurt. Essentially he got hurt and he's like, okay. I'm assuming. And at least you acknowledge that he's hurt, but also, do you know, like, are you at fault for it? Well, that's not the right question either. That's not the right question to ask. Well, I guess maybe, but it does give context. Okay. Well, I mean, it probably wasn't your intention, but the result probably still turned out to be that he got hurt. So intention and results doesn't necessarily coincide. So okay, I mean, if you give him time, I'm sure maybe he'll come. Depends on how bad the hurt was. Let's see. Let's do a relationship reading here that I like to do on this channel. One more shuffle and we're ready to go. I know it's been a minute, but okay, let's see off of what little context I have, which I think is enough. Okay, so this is your heart, the Four of Swords. Okay, gotta take a step back. Maybe you're okay, no contact, no communication, right? That's probably what we're seeing here. The 9 of Wands. How are you hurt then? How are you hurt in this moment? I think that's what we should be asking as well. You know, you acknowledge that you hurt him. I'm pretty sure that should have hurt you back. to speak simply, like, you know, it's like, I don't think anybody really consciously, intentionally wants to hurt people. I think it's just a result of apathy, and yeah, there's more to that discussion to be had. Continuing though. Because he pushed me away. Okay, so we have the Empress. Oh, the glare. You can't see her from the glare. She's shining too bright. Yeah, he has the Empress in his heart. Love and caring and nurturing. Okay. Knight of Swords, reversed. I fear he's moving on. Pushing me away, and then replied to my story. I just now texted him. I hope he replies. What's going on here? What's happening here? I would like a reading about my college entrance exam. I'm currently wondering how I'll travel to the college to do the entrance exam. Well, we'll see. Let me do this reading first, Crystal. Foundation of the relationship. We have the 8 of Wands. Not a good foundation card. I don't like this for a foundation. It's too fast. It's too swift. Things are moving too fast. No. And he replied, but he doesn't even follow me. That means he blocked. I'm just kidding though. He doesn't follow you. You guys don't DM or whatever. But like, wait, he doesn't follow you on Instagram? But I just now got the courage to text him. Well, that kind of explains this going on right here. This little triad of cards right here. But there seems to be a conflict with one's minds and hearts here. Advice, Page of Wands reversed. You're looking in all the wrong places, I think. The cards don't agree, but the cards do not. The cards are not supportive of this relationship. Okay, let's see. Potential outcome, the King of Swords. A decision has to be made. Okay, it's either going to be we're going for it and we're doing it and we're doing this relationship, or not. This has all the right mixings and ingredients for a situationship. Okay, and you both have to be real with one another as to how you guys feel about each other and how serious and committed you want to go into it. Don't. You want to go out? You want to go out? Say, hey, I want to go out. You know, you want to stay friends. Stay friends. But if you can't stay friends, then no contact. You know, what was it? If you don't mind me asking, what was it that caused him to push you away? What was it that caused him to feel hurt? Was it something you did? Was it something you said? What's going on here? What are we dealing with here? That right there. That's too much. That's too much. That's too much online relationship stuff right there. Do you guys meet in person? But listen to this, because I don't text him back for hours, but I just wanted to take some time for myself because I realized I liked him too much. And he said he's tired of trying to figure me out. Yes, girl. I'm like, what's wrong with liking someone too much? Last time we talked, he said he still loves me. Okay, he says he loves you, but yet you guys aren't really officially in a relationship? Okay, that's valid though. I think if it's a lot of if it's an emotional overload, yeah, which kind of that probably explains this. Not Anne Burrell. I need to see how I can get rid of that thing on my computer that pops up. I'm like, I move my mouse and then it. Anyways, because I just didn't want to like him too much. That's such a wild thing. I'm like, but anyways, it seems that he was ready. He was ready for love, but you weren't. You see the hearts here, the Four of Swords versus the Empress. Comfort and pleasing, but the Empress is far more of a proactive love type of card versus the Four of Swords is a very leisurely card. And it's, yeah, I guess it kind of shows interesting the direction. And the Knight of Swords moving really quickly probably could represent that moving too fast. So yeah, it seems that there's a lot of high emotions but not a lot of proper communication here. A lot of things just move too fast of these initial emotional hits, I would say, because it goes back to the foundation of this relationship. There's no groundedness here. It's very Eight of Wands, swiftness, go, quick, and that can be very overwhelming. And if it's overwhelming, it's too much, and that just fucks with the flow. So at the bottom of the deck, you have the Knight of Discs here. You gotta learn to take your time. Both of you do, actually. And this is the type of approach that you should have with your emotions and your talking and communication with people that you find interesting and that you're interested in. Because you were right to like react the way that you did, because it's like, this is way too much for me too soon, but also you should get ready for those intense loving emotions to come into play when you are getting into a relationship. It's kind of par for the course, and if you are not ready for that, if you are not ready to feel those feelings and feel those feelings for someone else, you just don't get into it. Don't get into it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because it leads to overlooking things that could be very worrying. It could lead to things moving too quickly. It leads to things not developing right in the proper way, So yeah, the swiftness, Knight of Swords, Nine of Wands, it's all I think next time you should consider how you felt in the end, because at the end of the day, it's because you felt too emotionally intimidated with with this connection that you felt with So it's not about you hurting him, because again, for him to then turn that around and to say, you're talking to other guys, you hurt me. I'm like, first of all, I'm like, let her cook. First of all, like, take some time. Like, it's too fast. I don't like it. I don't like it. Y'all either gonna be friends or y'all are gonna be in a relationship. And so far, I don't think you guys should be in a relationship. Just based off of what these cards are saying and from what little I'm gathering off of the chat here, I'm gonna say don't do it. Don't. No, don't do it. But that's just me. Live your own life. You can go make your own mistakes. It'll be a growing experience for you if you continue onto this for whatever decision that you do. You know, you can only show you the road signs. I can't tell you how to drive the roads and what roads to drive. There we go. Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily like I believe situations do happen. Situationships do happen, but I think there's a very easy way to resolve them, and I think people just need to really lock in onto like, yeah, I like you and I want to date you and let's go out. You know, it's like, oh, you don't want to? Oh, you're afraid of commitment? Oh, you're afraid of following through on a relationship? Okay, then. Good luck staying single then. I will go find someone else, you know? Anyways, speaking of, Crystal Carol, what's your question? Well, yes, that's good to hear, Frank. Yeah, I have yet to see many different spreads used online. So, but I think, again, I haven't really seen much in terms of like a variation of spreads. But I hope to change that. There are a bunch of spreads that I want to try out, and I do want to introduce them. But it's sometimes you just need a good like 5 spreads, I think, max. And we're good for that. Let's see. I would like a reading about my college entrance exams. Girl, you either passed them or you failed. You know, I'm currently wondering how I'll travel to the college to do the entrance exams and whether or not I'll pass. Well, first things first, you got to figure out that travel situation. You know, walking, bike, plane, train, automobile, Uber, Lyft. There's options. Figure that out. Get that situated quick. Thank you, hopeful soul. Enjoy at your own pace, hopeful soul. Don't feel like you have to. Okay, because there's nothing worse than feeling like obliged to watch something or to consume content. It's like, trust. Like recently, I've been wanting to just like right now. I'm there's a few times during this live stream I almost wanted to reach for my phone. No. I want to disconnect from my screens and read. You know, that being said, some of my work that I'm doing does require a lot of screen time. So yeah. Anyways, let's see. University is like 2 to 4 towns over, and I'm worried I don't have the travel fund. How many miles is that? Aw, thank you, hopeful soul. Let's see. How many miles is that, Crystal? Is it Crystal or is it Carol? I'm gonna call you Cece. I'm just kidding. I'll call you Crystal. I like Crystal more. Crystal is a beautiful name. So is Carol. It's like a song. Anyways. Yeah, I'm like, let's see. This seems to be a pretty straightforward reading. I just want to see if I can give advice outside of the cards. Let's see. What are we gonna use? What's the vibe of this one? Oh, I know the one. Oh my god, 4 to 5 hours by car? Okay, Crystal, all right. Well, I'm going to use the Dreamkeeper's Tarot. And what time is the exam? Usually they do that shit in the morning. Right? Hopefully they do it in the afternoon. Maybe? You don't have a ride? You don't have anyone that can drive you? Perks of living in the countryside. I mean, I'm Wait, and this is for a college entrance exam. Girl, can't you just find a different college? No. Immediately, no. They're asking to do it online. Ask if you can do it online. Why you gotta be in person? You can't ask if maybe they can give you transportation or something. Usually they offer help, right? How good is this college that you're going through this? It's a national university and it's in the main city. Okay, right. I think the main issue you gotta worry about is how you're gonna get there. I think this is a very practical question here. So if you wouldn't mind, could you please support me via PayPal or Super Chat via YouTube? I'm just kidding. I'm joking. That's literally what it feels like every time I ask for like support or donations. Like I'm like, because I know I'm in a very similar financial situation as you, Crystal Carol. Like there's just times where I'm like, how do people afford things? What are we doing here? Like, what? Thing is, the public college in the countryside is mostly agricultural studies. Yeah, but my guidance counselor told me not to waste my great grades and such limited options, which is why I should go to. Yeah, I would. Yeah, that's true. That is very true. That is very true. They don't do online, sadly. Actually, yeah, I was like, why don't they do it online? Let's see here. Let's do a count across. See what the cards say. See what we got going on for this whole mess of a situation that we got going on here. Because I think so far, just based off of what, outside of the cards, what I'm getting is the only thing you have to worry about is getting there and being well rested. 6:30 a.m. for a test? No, they got me fucked up. No. After lunch. Okay, how about that? They should do it after lunch. Thank you. Yes. $6:30 a.m. for a test. That ain't right. That ain't right. Okay, anyways. I agree with your guidance counselor, usually, because it's like... But like, usually, isn't there any other schools that you can go to online other than that one? Is there no other options? Sacrifices. First of all, I'm like, the point of a sacrifice is that you get something out of it, you know? And so far, who knows if you're even going to get the thing that you're trying to get? But on the other hand, here's another thing. Could you take the test another time? Maybe? Oh, it's still mostly in person. Okay. Okay. They haven't caught up yet. I'm like, they'll get there. Hopefully. Hopefully sooner rather than later. You know. Either I show up or don't. Wow, that is... Damn. That is rough. Still, it should not be that early. 6:30 a.m.? No. No, ain't nobody getting anything done at 6:30 a.m. Okay, maybe my dad is, but he's from a different generation. But anyways, let's see. I think I'm done shuffling. Let's see what we got here. The Hanged Woman, reversed. There's a sense of being stuck, right? But like, not. But it's like it's like the perfect encapsulation of like, you just have to go. You just have to get there. You have to get from point A to point B, but you can't because you can't afford it. But you can't move because you don't have any transportation. And it's okay. 4, 5, 6. Let's see what crosses this. The Ace of Swords. You got to think out of the box. What different ideas do you have? What other new answers do you have that could offer you help? You know? What can we do? What is the key? In this case, the Ace of Swords is kind of like, okay, how do we cut through what's keeping me suspended here? What is the sword that is going to help you realize what you need to do? You know, what's the answer to the question here? What's the solution to this problem? What is it, Tarot? Let's see. Next card. What supports you? The Six of Pentacles reversed at the bottom. You have really no other financial help. You have no one that can help you with this. Who can help you with it? It's a matter of money. What? Okay. Death is what you're leaving behind. This is a good opportunity for you, though. Absolutely not, girl. So death, don't worry, don't be scared. And besides, it's moving behind. This is the end of something. This is a new era. Yeah, I'm trying to brainstorm. Keep brainstorming, girl. We got this. And death really is showing. Let me see what's going on in this card. I like how the veils kind of form a cocoon. This deck is trippy. I forget how good this deck is. Let's see what's at the top. The 7 of Wands reversed. I get a lot of reversals. This is how I shuffle. Yeah, there's a defensiveness here, but it's and your girl. You know what? If you got to do some shady shit to get what you need to do, I think you're justified because you're trying to get what you need to get. If you need to steal from the donation box at the church, you got to do it. It's for a good cause. You know, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. I'm not advocating for that. Do not do that. That's not what the cards are saying. But I am saying is that, you know what? If you crash out, it's justified. You know, yeah, it's fair to kind of be like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, it's kind of fair to be exasperated over this and to get short with it. But you know, the 7 of Wands is that, like, it's one of the traditional keywords for this card is valor. You know, it's look at her. Oh, look at her. But yeah, you see the little mask there. She's standing up on the couch. There's something under the couch that's scaring her. It's a defensive card, that's the thing. But for good reason. Let's see, what's coming to you? Ooh. The Lord will have to forgive me. The Lord would understand. I think God would truly understand. Here we have the moon. And you're in the coming future here. With the things, the energies that are coming towards you. The moon. That long, arduous journey. You're going to make that journey. Right, Frank? I overlook this deck a lot for some reason. I've had this deck for so long in my collection, and recently I've started really using it, and now that I do use it, I really like it. Shout out to my friend Lucy Peralta. She's the one that like put me onto this deck. I kind of had it for a while. Yeah. And now I'm like, wait, it's kind of... She kind of eats. So anyways... So the moon is showing, oh, look at her, she's beautiful. The moon is showing this deep, long, arduous journey. It's things don't look clear right now. The path is not clear. What are some of the most inconvenient forms of transportation for you? Because here's the thing, if you're gonna go there, if you're gonna get there, if it's a 4 to 5 hour drive, you got to get there the night before. You got to find a place to stay. You don't have anyone you can like borrow a car from, you know, and you don't know anyone in the city that will let you stay. I'm gonna be honest, you will be surprised where you will find help. You can't drive. Girl, where you at? I'm gonna go right now. Where you at? Let's go. Where you at? Let's go. I'm gonna take you, girl. Let's go. Let's see. What is this one? What's this card again? Current environment? No. Where you are right now? Something like that. It kind of goes in line with like the center card. We had the Queen of Pentacles. I'm like, I don't want to give you false hope because it is reversed. The Six of Pentacles is that card of help and assistance, you know, but it's reversed and it's like, it's sort of saying, yeah, you need this. When is this exam? You know, I think the Queen of Pentacles could be a beneficiary, you know. Let's see, surrounding environment, Two of Pentacles reversed. Something's going to change, though. Something's shifting. Something's changing around August 3rd. Okay, that's not too bad. We've got time. We've got time. And it's on a Sunday? They're crazy. It's literally this. No, it's not this. Okay, you got a whole You got at least over a week to get it situated. So yeah, that gives us time frame, but still, yeah. But yeah, the Two of Pentacles here, we have changes, we have shifts, you know. I know, but I can't complain. No, you have every right to complain. Hopes and fear. It's all about money, 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 money. Do you have the funds to the Seven of Pentacles? What forms of income do you have that could be supporting you, that could come to you, that could give you this that you need? You're waiting on something to come to fruition. Hopefully before it's too late, you'll get something, you know? Let's see. Okay, outcome is the World. Potential outcome, the World. And it's like the only upright card. Yeah. Other than the Queen of Pentacles, which I think the Queen of Pentacles and the World being the only upright cards, these are kind of your keys here. You know, who's the Queen of Pentacles in your life? Again, I think the only way you're going to get through this is if you ask for help from someone. Complain. It is pretty reassuring. I like the World. Here, I'm gonna put her in. I'm gonna put her here. Here, let me get rid of the comment, and I'll let you screenshot her. You know. There is probably some connection. There's probably some connection that you've made or that you have that will be more than willing to help you. There's got to be friends. There's got to be family. There's got to be someone, right? Because I don't see any of that here. Very solitary cards, except for maybe the Six of Coins, where we have this woman here offering help to those in need. Who is that person? The Queen of Pentacles, I think, is that beneficiary. Beneficiary? Patron? Is there any ways can you message the university that, hey, I can't afford to travel there? How is there any alternatives that I have that I can use and take, or what, you know? You should try messaging other people that have been in the situation, right? Or yeah. Could be my mom, my boyfriend's mom. Maybe? I'm like, if you explain the situation to them, I'm pretty sure they'd be more than willing to help. Any good mother would, right? I'm trying to get my camera to focus on this. I'm not sure. You're not sure. Well, listen. Like I said, if anyone is justified in a handout, it's you. You know, that's just me. That's just my opinion, though. Away from the cards, let's just say that's just me. You know, you're going to college to kind of better yourself and better your future and to get a career and to succeed. What are you going to college for? What do you want to go to college for? What's going on? What are you looking into? Engineering or journalism? That's good. Engineering? Okay, yeah. Everybody goes to college for engineering, I feel. But journalism, I like that. Personally, I'm biased to that. I'm like, I think we need more journalists in this day and age. It's a very important thing. I just noticed the bulbous. Thank you. Yeah, my boyfriend got it for me. I'm like, he's been on there. Wait, I don't know if he's been noticeable. Oh wait, no, I also have hold on. I'll get to him. I'll get to him when I I'll bring his brother out when I get there. So yeah. I mostly most likely journalism because I'm hell of a yapper. Listen, I think in this day and age, especially with like the rise of AI and fuck ass, news medias that we have, at least here in the Western world. I don't know what country you're in, but journalism is more important than ever, I think. Yeah, you're welcome. The cards show that it's going to be stressful and difficult, and that things will change. I think you might just scrape by, but I think you should ask for help. I think don't be afraid to ask for help. The Queen of Pentacles, girl. The Queen of Pentacles. Okay? Leading to the world. I love this card. This card is crazy. What is on her head? I think it's another woman. Yeah, it's like two people. Yeah, it's like a man and a woman like embracing each other. It's a trippy world card. I thought it was almost like a snail or a rooster on her head. Okay, yeah. Yeah, let's see. So yeah. I wish you luck. Let me know how it goes for you. I'm like, I wish my reading was a little more useful, but helpful, but it seems, yeah. Let me see. Let me bring out his brother. His brother keeps falling off the bed. He's not. Under the bed. It's not dirty. Oh, he is a little dusty. There he is. There we go. How's that? A little pochita. I'm just gonna manifesting transportation for you. See, that's the Navy though. You're in the Navy, advancement exams at like 6 a.m. Navy's a little different. The Navy and the Army and the military, y'all got shit going on all the time. So like, okay, yeah. But in the normal world, but in the real grounded normal world, we have sleep. That's just me though. That's just me. Hold on, I got a message. I'm like, I think I know what I'm doing after this live stream. Yeah, 6 a.m. out there is rough. It is rough for a test, for a written test. I feel like you got to be like, well rested at the very least. And on top you got a long drive. You got to ask for help, Diva. Crystal Carol, you got to message that college and say, hey, this is my situation. What can I do? How can you help? Can you offer any help? Like, please, like, please, please. Maybe you can hitch a ride with someone or something. I don't know. Yeah. I hope. My problem solving self, the fix it me is wanting to like figure out how to help her, which is in the end just making me very, very grateful for carpool. But the thing is that it seems that she's the only one. It seems that everybody in the area that she's in is going to the college that just focus on agriculture. And it's not really going to be offering her the best services for her education. So it seems that, unless there's a different carpool or something that she can take to the city, right? I'm assuming that might work. I don't know. Depends. It also depends on where she lives, you know, and how safe it would be for her to travel on her own. Another thing, and another thing, you know. So yeah. So Frank, who else do you watch? You say you watch other. I need to. I forget to ask this. What other channels do you watch, so that I can also see these live streams? Yeah, I think so too. I don't think she has any issues with like passing the test itself. It's just a matter of getting to the damn place and being able to take the test. Oh, okay. Hello, Talib, and thank you. Hot days ahead. I'm looking at my weather thing. What's going on? What's the weather going to be like? Right. We're going back up. What more did I expect? I don't know how I feel about this music. Let's see what other music we got. Nope, not that. Media assets. Here we go. We're gonna. Yeah, I'm still doing readings. I'll probably do one more reading. It's kind of a slow night tonight. I like it. It was nice, relaxing music. Yeah, I like the music. I was like, I got tired of listening to it again and again though. Let's see. I'm not sure what some of the names are because I don't catch too much live streams. It seems rare. I'll take note. Subscribe. Any that you like, subscribe to them and see what more they have. I basically said YouTube for live stream and whatever looks good, I'll click on it. Oh, you thought I looked good? The delusion of mine. But yeah, Talib, I'm assuming you'd like a reading, Talib? I'm assuming that's how you pronounce your name. There we go. I've seen a lot of. Oh, thank you. I haven't done one in a hot minute. What was the last one I did? I think the last unboxing I did was the Telos Tarot. But I'm not sure. I am not sure. No, it was something else. I don't know. I've kind of like gone like bored with unboxing videos, but I do have one coming up soon that I do kind of. I'm more so obligated to do. One, because I'm excited about the deck, and two, because for reasons. for other reasons. But I don't know if I can. Yeah, I can talk about it. I'm not. It's not that serious. It's the what is it, the Mindscapes tarot that I got? Yeah. Yeah, but Talib, what's your question? Or is this your question? Is this the question? Should I ask the cards this question? And videos you have on different decks that I've looked up on YouTube before I buy them. That's all I can do. That's all I can offer, really. Like, here's what the deck is. Here's what it looks like, and here's what you're getting. And that's that on that. So Talib, what's your question? Oh, I'm sorry for your loss, Talib. That sucks. It's terrible. Financial situation. I'm like, well, listen. I think it will. You got work? You got job? Right? What do we have here? What can we use? What are we going to use? Do we have something in here? I know the deck to use. Something a little more positive. Nothing that's going to be like, it's not going to nice wash or anything, but it usually does bring comfort during stressful times, because I can already answer this question for you. Yes. If you work, then yeah, but not everybody can work. So I'm like, that's why I'm like, maybe not. Okay, let me switch cameras real quick. This will be the last reading because it's already late, but let's see. Blacklisted from film and production because of the job. What? Well, what else can you do? It's got to be a skill you can apply to other things. I'm sure there's other jobs that can help. Let's see then. I'm like, you've got work history and experience. That's already a huge plus. Might not be in the same field you have, but Shatterpoint Beyond the Veil. Why does that name sound familiar? Why do I feel like I've actually heard that book? You see, well, there you go. Coaching people, all right. So you've got something. Let's see. So why are you worried about your financial situation if you have all this stuff going for you? You know, you got your coaching, you got the production, you got your book out. What's going on? Look at that Ace of Swords right there. The Ace of Swords coming in again. I will be the judge of that, Talib, but I already have. I have a huge. I have way too many books on my TBR, so I can't add another one on it. So I can't say, hey, let me read it. So no. Let's see. And then we have the Six of Wands crossing it. That's an interesting thing to have crossing. You have a great idea, and it's very successful, but perhaps its success is kind of getting in the way of its full potential. Or you've already successfully completed this new idea, and there's nothing else. What else is there? What other ideas do you have outside of what you got going on right now? What supports you? The Three of Swords. Not a very happy card, of course, but you know what? It is a card of unwavering, unrelenting, merciless truth. Hey, Queen. Let's see. How are you doing, Queen? What comes before you? The Page of Swords, a student. What you've learned. You're no longer the student. I'm not sad. I'm just curious if the reading will show me. I believe I know intuitively. If you've got, yeah. Usually you know. Usually you know. So I think the Page of Swords here is showing this change of experience. You know, a growth of experience. Again, this is a student card, and it's in the past. And I see the winds of change blowing towards the Ace of Swords and the Six of Wands here. Then we have the Knight of Wands, quite exciting, very high energy, very confident go-getter here, you know. Ooh, but the Star reversed. There's a loss of something. The your sense of purpose may be getting in the way of something here, or you may not have a good solid sense of purpose, because that star is this, it's the pole star, it's the thing that you're aiming for. When all the noise is cleared out and there's nothing else in the way, this is the singular point that you're focusing on and trying to get to. But it's reversed, so it's kind of, it may be overlooked, it may be forgotten. This card is telling you to remember, I think. Queen. Oh, well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, girl, but this is going to be the last reading I'm doing right now. So I'm like, another time, I'll see when I'll go live again, but I can't make any promises because I am just too temperamental. And then currently we have the Ace of Cups reversed. Oh, well, thank you, Talib. You see, that's my job. This is really cool. Ace of Cups here. But it's reversed. Again, this, like, the dark blue is going on here. Lots of blue. The blue here. Something's going on with the blue. What it is, I don't know. Ah, the world reverse. The Hierophant. And then but the Two of Swords is the potential outcome. I don't like this potential outcome card. Not a good card to have in the potential outcome position. Oh, you can't really see much. Can't really see it because my thing is in the way. I wonder if I can move. I will move myself over here. Boom. Bottom of the deck, Six of Pentacles 2 again. Like, okay, I gotta do something with how I shuffle these cards because we already got 3 repeat cards: Ace of Swords, the World, and the Six of Pentacles. Who else? I think that's it. I gotta cleanse my decks. I gotta cleanse the energy. But assistance, I think yes. So far, to answer your question, I would like to know about my financial situation, if it would change. Ace of Coins, I'm going to say that's a solid yes, but it's going to change in a way that you will not really expect it. There's a lot more going on here as well. Let's see, diligently working as an independent contractor, but I haven't made a lot of headway yet. Listen, it's going to pay off in the end, I think. I think all that work is going to pay off in some way. It better. And if not, might be having to re-examine things. So yeah, because let's see. Let's examine these cards that I kind of went through real quick. So currently the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Cups here, there's a heart and the mind issue going on here. I think have you properly mourned your brother? That may be what, these cards may be indicating. The Three of Swords, the Ace of Cups reversed, the Star reversed, the World reversed. That could indicate that. And I don't want to speak for you, which grief. But that being said, grief isn't just a one and done deal. It's a thing that you kind of live with almost. But it comes and goes, and it's not a clear path. All right, Talib. Okay, so let's see. I believe, the surrounding environment, the world reverse. Again, things not really being as they should. The world reverse. That's like it's your world is upside down. Things aren't as they should be. You're working hard. You're doing all this work, but yet you're not really seeing much return on that. What's going on there? Why is that? Because I see you're saying all this stuff that you're doing, but yet you're still questioning the financial situation that you're in. You know, it's like you should be able to be like, listen, I've got my money. You know, I'm securing my bag because I'm doing all this work. You know, now your hopes and fears is the Hierophant, the teacher, the gosh, who could it be? It's someone in your life that you go to for guidance. You know, that's usually what I see the Hierophant as. It's usually someone that comes in and says, hey, this is how things should be done, and this is how things shouldn't be done. And these hopes and fears are kind of like, are you meeting these expectations? Are you meeting the standards that you've set for yourself? If not, then maybe you have to do away with those standards. Think outside the box a bit, you know? The Two of Swords as the potential outcome is, again, for this financial situation, it's not really clear. You're still going to be questioning it. Why are you questioning? What is this questioning that you know, for your financial situation? You know, it should be pretty clear. If you're doing all this work, you should be getting all this money, right? You should be compensated for the work that you're doing. Oh, okay. Oh, and you're helping raise his son. That's another thing. You're helping raise his son and all that. That's a whole nother thing right there too. Yeah, I don't think that's yeah, yeah, it's yeah. I'm glad you've mourned and accepted his passing. But grief can be more than that, and it can come up even further down the line. Just the thing, though. Hopefully not too much, and hopefully it doesn't get you down, you know. But still, I've been fortunate enough to, in a way, still have my brother through his son. Yeah, who's a direct reflection of the best parts of him. Oh, oh, oh. Now I'm going to cry. No, I'm not going to cry on camera. We're not going to do that here. That's not this channel. Yeah. But still, that's a lot. I'm surprised you don't have the 10 of Wands in your spread. The 10 of Wands is like there's a lot on your plate, but no, you actually you got a handle on things then. Yeah, this is the Two of Swords kind of asking, are you still going to be questioning it? Are you still going to be, and I guess here the Two of Swords is doubt, self-doubt, you know? Are you holding yourself to too high a standard? Is that what's going on here? Because you're on top of it so far. Let's see, I don't have anyone for guidance. Actually, everyone comes to me. And I use my internal source to source my answers. And when meditating, it brought me to your channel. Aw. Well, thank you. Your meditations led you to the correct place. Well, I'm just kidding. I think you should don't take everything I take as gospel. But that right there, like I said, how are you not getting the 10 of Wands? Because let me tell you, that's a lot of pressure for being the person that everybody goes to for answers and making sure that everybody is on the right path. Or doing the best that they can, you know? I think that's the thing. I'm like, you should have that person for yourself, your own person that you can go to for guidance and assistance and advice, you know? Because that's a lot to go through on your own. But again, I think it takes more context than that, but it's just, yeah, that Two of Swords, not really, I'm not happy with that card. Yeah. Just in general, it seems that you'll still be, I think it's kind of saying like you will still be questioning, yeah, the financial thing throughout if you don't acknowledge or value the hard work that you're doing properly, or you're not getting the reciprocated, the compensation, the proper compensation for the hard work that you're doing. I think that's what it comes down to. But yeah, take care of yourself, Talib. I think that's what is also could be hinting at with especially these cards right here. I'm worried you might suffer from a bit of burnout. Who's going to take care of you? Because what happens when you get sick or hurt and you can't work and you're not able to give advice, And that's that on that. That's what I'm gonna leave it at. I think it should be. I think it's saying you're asking the wrong questions. That's usually what the Two of Swords is. It's all about asking questions, being stuck on a question, and not really seeing a clear, direct answer. I think you're asking the wrong questions. Because again, as long as you're being compensated for the work that you're doing, you should not be having to worry about your financial situation. Now, taking care of yourself and making sure you're healthy and all that, because it seems that you're doing quite a lot to support and care for your family and friends. Yeah, I would say look for someone that can give you that guidance. Look for someone that's going to be that Hierophant, the person that's going to give you the answers to that question. And it can't be me, because no. Listen, I am not the person to come for these types of answers. Trust. Oh, just my cards can help. My cards help, but not much. But maybe that's also me filling my head with self-doubt. Let me know how it goes for you, Talib. I think you're in good hands, but don't forget to take care of yourself. And we're gonna leave it at that. All right. I don't want to sound like a broken record here. Okay. That's just because it's already late. I've been on for 2 hours. I liked it. I liked the readings I did. All right. I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you everyone for stopping by. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when I go live again. Talib, good luck. Queen, hang in there, girl. I'll do another live sometime soon. I don't know when, but yeah. Anyways, that's it for tonight. Bye, everyone.